Question number 11. The ratio of the expenditure of Rohit, Mohit and Sohit is 9:12:16 and the total income is rupees 5100. Find the share of Mohit's income if they save 40%, 25% and 20% of their income. So in this question, we have Rohit, we have Mohit and we have Sohit, and their expenditure is in the ratio of 9:12:16. Now in the question it's given they save 40%, 25% and 20% of their income. 40%, 25% and 20%. This is savings. So 45% in fraction we know it's 2/5, 25% is 1/4 and 20% is 1/5. Now this is savings and this is the income. In the same way, 1 is saving and 4 is income. 1 is saving and 1 is income. This is Rohit, this is Mohit and this is Sohit. Now if income is 5 and saving is 2, then our expenditure will be how much? 5 minus 2. Our expenditure will be 5 minus 2 is equal to 3. In the same way, expenditure of Mohit will be how much? 4 minus 1 is equal to 3. And expenditure of Sohit will be how much? 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. Now here the expenditure is given 9:12:16. So expenditure here is how much for Rohit? 3. So 3 unit represents how much? 9. So 1 unit will represent how much? 3. This is for Rohit. So 1 unit represents 3. So income will be how much? Income is 5 units. So 3 into 5 will give us 15. This is income. Now expenditure is 3 for Mohit. Now 3 unit represents how much? 12. So 1 unit will be how much? 1 unit will be 12 divided by 3 is 4. So 1 unit represents 4 and the income of Mohit is 4. So 4 into 4 will give us how much? 16 as income of Mohit. In the same way, Sohit's expenditure is 4 units. Now 4 unit represent how much? 16. So 1 unit will represent how much? 16 divided by 4 will give us 4. Now income is 5 units. 1 unit represents 4. So 5 unit will represent how much? 5 into 4 will give us 20. So income is in the ratio of 15:16:20. So total income, if we add this 15 plus 16 plus 20 will give us how much? Total income will be 15 plus 16 plus 20 is equal to 51 units. Now in this question it's given the total income is rupees 5100. So 51 units represents 5100. So 1 unit will represent how much? 1 unit will represent 5100 upon 51, which is rupees 100. And in this question what we need to find out? We need to find out the share of Mohit's income. Mohit's income is how much? 16 units. So 16 units will be how much? 16 into 100. 1 unit is how much? 1 unit is rupees 100. So 16 units will be 16 into 100, which is rupees 1600, and this is the answer. This is for Mohit. In the same way, if we need to find out the income of Rohit, this will be 15 into 100, which is 1500. If we need to find the income of Sohit, it will be 20 into 100. 1 unit is 100, so 20 unit will be 20 into 100, which is 2000. Now in exam hall, you don't need to do all these calculations. If you know the concept well, if you understand the concept, and if you practice enough, all these calculations can be done in your mind. So watch the video properly, understand the concept, practice enough, and you will definitely save time in your exam. Question number 12. The total income of Deka, Kolita and Bora is rupees 5050. Deka spends 75%, Kolita spends 85% and Bora spends 80%, and the ratio of their saving is 9:6:5. Find the income of Bora. So in this question we have Deka, we have Kolita and we have Bora. And in the question it's given the ratio of their saving is 9:6:5. So we have savings 9:6:5, and it's given that Deka spends 75%. Now if Deka spends 75%, how much expenditure is 75%, so savings will be how much? Savings will be 100 minus 75, which is 25%. So for Deka, saving is 25%, and in fraction we know it's 1/4. Kolita spends 85%, so expenditure is 85%. So for Kolita, savings will be how much? 100 minus 85, which is 15%, and 15% in fraction we know it's 3/20. Bora spends 80%, so his saving will be 20%. 100 minus 80, 20. So 20% in fraction we know it's 1/5. Now Deka's saving is 1 unit, and 1 unit represents how much? Deka's saving is here 9. So 1 unit represents 9. So 4 unit will represent how much? 4 into 9, which is 36. So 4 unit is income. This is income and this is saving. So income for Deka will be how much? 36 units. Now similarly we have Kolita. This is income, 20 is income and saving is 3 units. Now Kolita's saving is 6. So 3 unit represents 6. So 1 unit will represent how much? 6 divided by 3, which is 2. So 3 into 2 will give us 6. So income, if we need to find the income, 20 into 2 will give us 40. So Kolita's income is 40. In the same way, this is saving, this is income. 1 is saving and income is 5. So 1 unit represents how much? Bora is 5 units. So 1 unit represents 5. So 5 unit will represent 5 into 5, which is 25. So we have got the ratio of income of Deka, Kolita and Bora. Now if we add this, we will get total income. So total income will be 36 plus 40 plus 25 is equal to 101. So 101 units. And in the question, the total income is given as rupees 5050. So 101 units represents rupees 5050. So 1 unit will represent how much? 5050 divided by 101, which is rupees 50. And in the question we need to find the income of Bora. Income of Bora is how much? 25 units. So income of Bora will be, income of Bora is how much? 25 into 50, which will be rupees 1250, and this is our answer. Question number 13. Rupees 2380 is divided among 8 men, 10 women and 10 children. each man gets 25% more than each woman, and each woman gets 25% more than each child. Find the amount received by each woman. So in this question we have men, we have woman, and we have child. Now the question says each man gets 25% more than each woman. 25% in fraction we know it's 1 by 4. So if woman gets 4 units, men will get 1 unit extra. So men will be how much? 4 plus 1, which is 5 units. So the ratio of men is to women is how much? 5 is to 4, and this is for the amount received. Now each woman gets 25% more than each child. So the woman is to child ratio is how much? The amount, it will be 5 is to 4. So now what we will do, in order to find the ratio of man is to woman is to child, here it's 4, on the right side it's blank, so we will write 4 here. Here it's 5, on the left side it's blank, so we will write 5 here. Now we will multiply this. 5 into 5 will give us 25, 4 into 5 will give us 20, 4 into 4 will give us 16. So this is the ratio of amount which man is to woman is to child will get. Now in this question it's given rupees 2380 is divided among 8 men, 10 women and 10 children. Now this is the ratio of amount, 25 is to 20 is to 16, and we have 8 men. So what we will do, we will multiply this by 8. We have 10 women, we will multiply this by 10, and we will multiply this by 10 child. So we will get 200. Here also we will get 200, and here we will get 160. Now this is the total amount which is received by 8 men, 10 women and 10 children. So this is the total amount. Now we can minimize this ratio. 4 5s are 4 5s are and 4 4s are. So total amount will be how much? In units, we will have to plus this. 5 plus 5 plus 4 is equal to 14 units. And this is the total amount. And the actual total amount is how much? In the question it's given rupees 2380. So 14 units represents 2380. So 1 unit will represent how much? We'll have to divide 2380 by 14. And 14 into 17 we know 238. So we will get 170 rupees. Rupees 170 for 1 unit. So 1 unit represents how much? 170. Now in this question we need to find the amount received by each woman. And the total amount received by the woman is how much? Total amount is 5 units. So total amount will be, total amount for how many women? For 10 women. For 10 women is how much? 5 units. So 5 into 170. Now we need to find the amount received by each woman. So each woman will be how much? 5 into 170 divided by 10. So 15 into 17 will give us rupees 85. And this is our answer. Question number 14. The ratio of amount distributed to all the males and females as salary is 5:6, while the ratio of salary of each male and each female is 3:2. Find the ratio of number of male and female. So in this question it's given, we have male and we have females, and the ratio of amount distributed to all the males and females is 5:6. This is the salary of all and the ratio of salary of each male and each female is 3:2. So each will be how much? 3:2. Now we know that the salary of all divided by each will give us what? This will give us number of persons, or we can say number of persons into each salary will give us the total salary of all. So salary divided by each will give us number of persons. So in order to find the number of persons, what we will do? We will divide this by this, salary of all by each. So 5 divided by 3, and here it's 6 divided by 2. This will give us 3. So the ratio of male is to female will be how much? 5:9, and this is our answer. Question number 15. Rupees 860 is divided among 45 persons such that the ratio of total amount received by all men, all women and all children are in the ratio 16:15:12. This is the ratio of amount, while the ratio of amount received by each man, each woman and each children is 4:5:6. Calculate the number of men, women and children and also find the amount received by each of them. So in this question we have men, we have women and we have children, and it says the total amount received by all men, all women and all children are in the ratio 16:15:12. So amount received by all men, so this is all men, all women and all children, they are in the ratio how much? 16:15:12, while the ratio of amount received by each man, each woman and each children is 4:5:6. So 4:5:6 is the ratio of each, is the amount received by each man, woman and children. Now if we see here, if we divide the amount received by all by the amount received by each, this is the amount, what we will get? Amount received by all divided by amount received by each will give us the number of persons. Or if we say number of persons multiplied by each will give us the total amount received by all. So now if we need to find the number of persons, we'll have to divide 16 by 4, all divided by each. So 16 divided by 4 will give us 4, 15 divided by 5 will give us 3, and 12 divided by 6 will give us 2. Now total will be how much? Total units, total number of persons, this will be 4 plus 3 plus 2, this is 9 units, total number of persons, and the actual total number of persons is how much? 45 persons. So 9 unit represents 45 persons. So 1 unit will represent how much? 1 unit will represent 45 by 9 is equal to 5 persons. So 1 unit represents 5 persons. Now the number of persons, men is how much? Men is 4. So 4 into 5 will give us 20. 3 into 5 will give us 15. And 2 into 5 will give us how much? 10. So we have got one answer, that is calculate the number of men, women and children. So the total number of men, women and children is 20, 15 and 10. Now we need to find out the amount received by each of them. Now the total amount received by each of them is rupees 860. Total amount is rupees how much? 860. And the total amount received by all is in the ratio 16:15:12. So if we total it, total ratio will be how much? The total units 16 plus 15 plus 12 is equal to how much? This will give us 43 units. So 43 unit represents rupees 860. So 1 unit will represent how much? 860 divided by 43. 43 into 2 is 86. So 20. So 1 unit will represent how much? 20 units. Now men receives amount of how much? Total unit is 16 for men. So 16 into 20 is the amount received by men. And the total number of men is how much? 20. So if we need to find out the amount received by each man, we will have to divide the total amount by the total number of men. Total number is 20. So if we divide this, we will get rupees 16. So rupees 16 each for men. Now the total amount received by women is how much? Women is 15 units. So total amount received by women will be 15 into 20. 1 unit is 20 rupees. So 15 units will be 20. And if we need to find the amount received by each woman, we will have to divide it by the total number of women, which is 15. So 15 will cancel out. So each woman will receive 20 rupees. And if we need to find the amount received by each children, amount received by children is 12 units. So 12 into 20, and the total number of children is how much? 10. So 12 into 2 is rupees 24 received by each children. Question number 16. 1 year ago, the ratio of income of Jack and Harry was 3:5. The ratio of their last year income to current year income is 2:3 and 4:5. If their total current year income is rupees 8,600, find their present income individually. So in this question, we have Jack and we have Harry. And the question says the ratio of their last year income is how much? 3:5. And it also says the ratio of their last year income to current year income is 2:3 and 4:5. So ratio of last year income to current year income for Jack is 2:3, and the ratio of last year income to current year income for Harry is 4:5. Now in such type of questions, what we need to do, we need to make the ratio of last year income for Jack. We have 3 here and we have 2 here, so we need to make this equal. And for Harry, the last year income is 5 here and this is 4, so we need to make this equal. Now for this, what we will do, we will take the LCM of this and this. We will not take LCM of any other thing. We will take the LCM of this and this. So in this question, the LCM of 2 and 4 will be how much? 4. Now what we need to do, once we have the LCM, we will multiply this LCM with this. So how much we will get? 3 into 4 will give us 12. 5 into 4 will give us 20. Now we will divide this by 2. So that means we are multiplying this by 6. So 2 into 6 will give us 12. And if we see here, 4 into 5 will give us how much? 20. Now we have multiplied this by 6 to make it 12. So what we will do, we will multiply this by 3 into 6 and we will get 3 6 are 18, and this is the current year ratio, current year income ratio of Jack. Similarly, here we have multiplied by 5 for Harry, so we will multiply this by 5. So 5 into 5 will give us 25. Now this is the ratio of the current year income of Jack and Harry. Ratio of current year income. So 18 is for Jack and 25 units is for Harry. Now in this question it's given the total current year income is rupees 8600. Now the total units is how much for Jack and Harry for current year? 18 plus 25, and 18 plus 25 will give us 43 units. So 43 units represents how much? 8600. So 1 unit will represent how much? 8600 divided by 43, which is rupees 200. So 1 unit represents rupees 200, and we need to find their present income individually. So Harry's current income is 25 units. So 25 into 200 will give us how much? 5000 rupees. This is the current income of Harry, and for Jack it's 18 units. So 18 into 200 will give us rupees 3600. So this is the current income of Jack, and this is our answer. Question number 17. The last year income of X, Y and Z is in the ratio of 3:4:5. The ratio of their last year income to current year income is 4:5, 2:3 and 3:4. If their total current year income is rupees 78,800, find the present income of X plus Y. So in this question we have X, we have Y and we have Z, and the ratio of their last year income is how much? The ratio of their last year income is 3:4:5, and again it says the ratio of their last year income to current year income is 4:5. So for X, the ratio of last year income to current year income is 4:5, and for Y, L is to C is how much? 2:3, and the ratio of last year income to current year income for Z is 3:4. So in such type of questions we will take the LCM of the last year income of this, of X, Y and Z. So LCM of 4, 2 and 3. LCM will be how much? 4 3s are 12. Now what we will do, we will multiply this LCM with this, with the last year income ratio of X, Y and Z. So 3 into 12, 4 into 12, 5 into 12. Now this will give us 12 3s are 36, 12 4s are 48, 12 5s are 60. Now we need to make our this ratio equal. So in order to make it equal, we'll have to multiply this by 4 into 9. 4 9s are 36. So this will be equal. So we'll have to multiply here as well. 5 9s are 45. Now to make this equal, here it's 48. So we'll have to multiply this by 2 into 24 will give us 48. So we'll have to multiply this by 24. 24 into 3 will give us 72. Now here we'll have to multiply this by 3 into 20 will give us 60. So 3 into 20. So we'll have to multiply this by 20. So 4 into 20 will give us 80. Now this is what? This is our current year income. So this is the ratio of current year income. So total will be how much? Total will be 45 plus 72 plus 80. And this is how much? This will give us 197 units. And in the question, the total current year income is rupees 78,800. So 197 unit represents how much? 78800. So 1 unit will represent how much? This will be 78800 divided by 197. So if we multiply this, we will get 400. So 1 unit is rupees 400. Now in this question, we need to find the present income of X plus Y. X is how much? X is 45 units and Y is 72 units. So X plus Y is 45 plus 72 is equal to how much? This will give us 117 units. So 1 unit represents 400. So 117 units will represent how much? 117 into 400. And this will give us how much? 46,800. And this is our answer. Question number 18. A dog chases a rabbit. The dog takes 3 jumps for every 4 jumps of the rabbit, and the distance covered by rabbit in 7 jumps is equal to the distance covered by dog in 5 jumps. Find the ratio of their speed. So in this question, we have dog and we have a rabbit. And it says that the dog takes 3 jumps for every 4 jumps of the rabbit. So the dog takes 3 jumps and rabbit takes 4 jumps. And it says the distance covered by rabbit in 7 jumps is equal to the distance covered by dog in 5 jumps. So in such type of questions, what we need to do, we will take the LCM of this 5 and 7. The LCM will be how much? 35. Now what we will do, now 5 into 7 will give us 35 and 7 into 5 will give us 35. Now we will simply multiply this. 7 into 3 will give us 21 and 5 into 4 will give us 20, and this will be the ratio of their speed, and this is our answer. Now I will explain the logic behind this. There is a concept in time and distance chapter. Time and distance chapter. and the concept is ratio of distance covered by two objects, be it train, horse, car, anything, in same time is equal to the ratio of their speed. So this is the concept. Ratio of distance covered by two objects in same time is equal to the ratio of their speed. So in this question, it's given the distance covered by rabbit in 7 jumps is equal to the distance covered by dog in 5 jumps. So distance covered by dog in 5 jumps. So 5 jumps of dog is equal to 7 jumps of rabbit. So if we take the ratio, the dog upon rabbit will be 7 by 5. So in one jump, dog will cover 7 units of distance, and in one jump, rabbit will cover 5 units of distance. And the dog takes 3 jumps. So in 3 jumps, he will cover this much, 7 into 3, and rabbit takes 4 jumps. So the distance covered by dog in 3 jumps will be 7 into 3, 21. 5 into 4 will be the distance covered by rabbit. So this is the ratio of their distance. Now dog and rabbit takes equal time. They start at the same time and they end at the same time. So this is the distance covered by dog and rabbit in same time. So the ratio of their speed will be in the same proportion. So this is the speed of dog and this is the speed of rabbit. So this is the logic behind this. You can also solve this question this way, and you can also solve it this way. Question number 19. A deer takes 7 jumps for every 10 jumps of the lion, and a horse takes 12 jumps for every 10 jumps of the lion. And the distance covered by the deer in 3 jumps, distance covered by the lion in 5 jumps, and the distance covered by horse in 6 jumps is equal. Find the ratio of their speeds. So in this question, we have deer, we have lion, and we have horse. And it says 7 jumps, deer takes 7 jumps for every 10 jumps of the lion. So 7 jumps of deer for every 10 jumps of lion. And a horse takes 12 jumps for every 10 jumps of the lion. So horse will take 12 jumps. And it says the distance covered by deer in 3 jumps is equal to the distance covered by the lion in 5 jumps is equal to distance covered by horse in 6 jumps. So what we will do, we will take the LCM of 3, 5 and 6. LCM will be how much? 30. So 3 into 10 will give us 30. 10 into 7 will give us 70. 5 into 6 will give us 30. 6 into 10 will give us 60. 6 into 5 will give us 30. 5 into 12 will give us 60. So this is the ratio of their speed. So if the answer is 70 is to 60 is to 60, then we will go for it. Or if the answer is given in, we can also minimize this. We can cancel 0 and the ratio will be 7:6:6, and this is our answer. Question number 20. A bag contains 1 rupee, 50 paise and 25 paise coins, and the ratio of the number of coins is 5:7:9. If the value of all coins is rupees 860, find the number of 50 paise coins. So in this question, we have 1 rupee coin, we have 50 paise coin, and we have 25 paise coin. And the number of coins are in the ratio 5:7:9. 5:7:9, and this is number of coins. Now, if we multiply this 1 into 5, 50 into 7, 25 into 9, what we will get? We will get the ratio of their value. Ratio of value. So 1 into 5 will be 5. 50 into 7 will give us 350 paise. Now if we convert this into rupees, this will be 3.5. 25 into 9 will give us 225, and if we convert it into rupee, this will be 2.25. Now the total will be how much? Total will be 5 plus 3.5 plus 2.25, and if we plus this, we will get 10.75 units. Now the total value of all the coins is rupees 860. This is given in question. So 10.75 units represents how much? Rupees 860. So 1 unit will represent 860 divided by 10.75. If we remove the decimal, we'll have to multiply by 100, and if we solve this, we will get 1 unit as rupees 80. So 1 unit represents 80. And in this question, we need to find the number of 50 paise coins. The unit is how much for 50 paise coins? 7 units. So 7 unit will represent how much? 7 into 80 will be 560. So the number of 50 paise coins is how much? 560, and this is our answer.